Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to man. I'm loud in my own damn ears. Jesus. Welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of nothing but BS. That's right.
Yes.
This is the BS breakdown show. We're not covering anything. We're talking about our three favorite subjects: Allison, Tyler, and Beth. That's right. That's what kind of show this is. And yes, Big Brother is on right now. I know. Okay,
Apparently it's
don't
supposed to be a really good
spoil it
episode
in the
too.
chat.
Apparently it's supposed to be a good episode. Spoiler King says it's the
No,
one they're
it's
submitting
not.
for
I'm gonna
Emmy
spoil it.
consideration.
They're saving the POV for tomorrow. So F you, Allison Grodner. I knew you'd pull this shit. That's why I was like, I don't have a problem doing the show tonight because she's gonna ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Beth, how are you feeling about being Big Brother free this summer?
I'm not gonna lie, the mental
We're all
energy this is not taking up has my skin is clearer. I'm sleeping better. I have
you
a
reached
higher
like
sex
nirvana
drive
in
as
your
an
life?
asexual person that I've never had. But no, I'm just kidding. Honestly, every once in a while, I'm kind of curious just to see like what the temperature of the house is, and then from the 3 seconds it takes me to look at it, I go, I'm fine.
Good.
I don't need to know anything else. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. But where are you? I know you have a story for us about like your neighbors at the lake, but
girl, it's its own Big Brother competition up here at the lake right now. So y'all, I need to express tonight how much entitled people who have a vacation home are. Like, they're just fucking. I knew I was sitting on my phone. Where is my this beat underneath my ass somewhere?
you just heard you felt like a buzz coming from like your
went,
Why is
like
my
what's
butt
going
vibrating?
on?
Beth,
Like,
I don't know, but you're on your bed, so
Wait a second. So whoever it was, text me again.
hold on. It'll be a long one.
I have a funny story like that actually.
We're gonna multiple. We're both gonna text you at the same time.
When I worked at Apple, I had like my gym bag with me, which had like my electric toothbrush in it.
Sure.
And you just like put all your stuff with like the I can hear myself now.
Oh, sorry.
You just like put all your stuff with the jackets and everything. But apparently when I dropped the bag, like the electric toothbrush turned on. So everybody all day was wondering like whose bag it was because you were just walking by hearing this. Bzzz,
I would open it.
They
I
were
don't
like,
care.
everybody who uses the vibrator went by and went, you know what? Okay, seriously? I don't know
the way I went around to that entire break room and I was like, look, it's an electric toothbrush, I promise, everybody.
You know, Tyler,
Yes,
when you
Allison.
give too much information, that's usually indication that you're guilty of something. Listen, sometimes we travel with things that vibrate and it's okay. You don't have to say it's a toothbrush. Sometimes I'm in the
meanwhile, I
shower
would've
with
gone
my
around and been like,
electric
"It was my
razor and I'm like,
vibrator,
wow,
guys.
this
It was my
speed on this
vibrator."
thing. It's okay.
Yeah. I was very. This is like baby Tyler too, so I was just very embarrassed. But
Okay, well, if this was last week, Tyler, I'd be like, dude, really?
no.
Well, speaking of dildos, let me talk about the next door neighbors.
Okay, tell us about your neighbors.
Okay, so I need to first bring you all back to 2019, okay?
Okay.
It is summer 2019. My parents have inherited this house that used to be kind of like a camp when I was younger. And then
Hold on, Beth, is
Yeah.
that a picture of you on
Yeah.
the wall in the background in a butterfly shirt?
Not a butterfly shirt. It is my dress for my brother's wedding.
you
Oh,
reach-
it looked
can
like
you
a
reach that for
butterfly.
where
And I
you were
caught
sitting?
the bouquet. And then over there is when I caught the bouquet itself. I don't know if you can really see.
Oh.
Ugh.
I'm living for you, being surrounded by you. I just want to know that.
It is Leo season. I'm allowed.
I mean, Allison, you should see her apartment. She has a whole wall that's like a painted mural of just herself.
I do.
I'm there for it.
I do
Yeah.
have a painting of myself in my apartment. That's not even a lie.
Matt
I'm going
Henning's
to take a selfie in front of your selfies.
Here's
And
the
I'm gonna
thing, though.
frame
I
it
don't
and have
even
it
know if Matthew saw it when he was here, or there, I should say, because I'm not in my apartment. because I had like my door open all like the entire time. So I'm not sure if he saw that painting or not, but my friend and colleague did a painting of me and was like, here you go. And I was like, well, I'm going to frame that. There we go.
There you go. Okay, I'm sorry, did not mean to interrupt. I'm going to.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Just in case you forget what I look like, though, and you can't see this, just look back here and you'll find me.
Okay.
There.
Good.
So anyway, in 2019, my parents and I went to London. While we were in London, they were getting some work done here in the house, right? So they were having some work done in the patio area. It was kind of loud and outside, okay? It is the middle of the week. Our next door neighbors had a series of complaints they decided to say, which were like, we're on vacation. How dare people be working so loudly outside? I'm like, it's Tuesday at 11 a.m. Like, people have lives, like, and have to work. What?
I have a follow-up story for this. And
okay.
It just is going to confirm that I am white and privileged, but continue.
Okay. So they start like complaining, and then they're going, well, let's look at the property line. Meanwhile, my parents aren't even here. They're not even in the country. We're in London. So they are sending complaints to my aunt and uncle who are coming to like take care of our cats to tell my parents, who are on vacation like them, that we have a problem with the fact that you have work being done on your house in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day.
What kind of work? Was it a jackhammer?
No, at that point, I'm sure it was like they had maybe some rocks that were being put into place, but it wasn't like they were dumping rocks places. Like they were, regardless if that was the case or not, it is a Tuesday
right
in the middle of the day.
Absolutely.
If you want a vacation in a place where people live year round, you have to deal with summer is some of the few months, especially in the Adirondacks of New York, where shit can get done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This isn't a Saturday or Sunday. This is the middle of the week in the middle of the workday. So regardless, they were big bitches about that earlier. Today is one day out of the summer. They were getting some stuff done in the garage.
Oh, shit.
And this bitch next door walks over, not to my parents, but to the people working on the garage and goes, are you going to be here any other day this week? And they were like, no, just today. And they were like, good, because I'm on vacation and you're really ruining my vibe. And then walked away.
This is a Karen.
The
100%.
The way I told my parents, I was like, I hope you realize, because this is not even like the adults, or like they're adults, but they're like my age. It's not like the owners of the camp. It's like their children who are my age. I was like, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait until I own the home and they own the home, because they are going to be dealing with the pettiest neighbor of all time. You better believe I already have grand plans to put a 12-foot hedge all the way down the hill to the lake so they can't even see the lake, and have it be absolutely fucking legal. And do that.
Build that wall, Beth.
If you were going to be that fucking petty to my parents, who are getting work done again in the middle of the week, it's a Wednesday at 11 a.m., that they started making noise at 10 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry, you're on vacation. Fuck off.
It could have been 6 o'clock.
Correct.
I mean, come on, pick your battles.
10 a.m. is when they started making noise.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. So basically, I looked at my parents and I was like, y'all are too nice. Y'all are too nice. The way I would have turned right back around, because the guy came over to my parents and was like, so your neighbor just came over and like complained, said all the stuff. And I was like, oh, you are so fucking lucky that I just didn't go right over there and start berating the shit. My mom's like, well, I think that she has like some mental health issues. And I go, having mental health issues does not give you a pass to be a fucking douchebag.
There's too many people, I think, that use it as a crutch now and an excuse to just be rude and
being a Karen is not a diagnosis.
Yes.
Correct.
Right.
Listen, I have mental health issues. You don't see me going next door and being like, excuse me, you guys are talking. Meanwhile, it's 8:12 at night, right? I don't really give a shit. They're next door talking loudly and smoking pot. I can smell it from the room. How great would it be if I walked over and went, excuse me, I have asthma and I can smell your fucking weed.
Why didn't you do it?
Can you do it with that voice and like record it?
If I go over, I'm talking like this the entire time. Batch.
Batch.
I need to stop, batch.
Batch. I need to stop that batch.
Batch. Cut it out. I have
Pet.
asthma. I don't actually. I just want to say that.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the shit I wanted to complain about tonight.
What's your neighbor story, Allison? You said that you
Okay, I
had one.
have to put on. I'm
Why
ashamed.
is there so much neighbor drama? I don't know. I feel very blessed
to
to.
put on sunglasses for this.
Oh hell yeah!
So I have neighbors that I have called code enforcement on quite a few times this summer, and the actual
Wait, you have called code enforcement on?
and the local police department. But let me defend myself. Bet. Let me defend myself. Okay,
I think the shoes
this
on,
is the
too.
problem. People move out here for the peace and quiet. Okay. We spend our lives saving our money for our forever homes. I'm going to die in this house. Okay. And I'm willing it to my child and then my grandchild. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
You have
new
it on video
neighbors
now.
who don't know the deal. And you have to have permits to do certain things around here. Okay. You have to have permits.
Sure,
You have to have a permit to get a shed built in your backyard for the electricity reasons. If you have an above ground pool put up, it
I have
has
a
to meet a
question.
certain.
When you say a shed for electricity, you have electricity in your sheds?
Yes, I do.
That is the fucking richest thing I've ever
Okay,
heard.
no, I'm not rich. So here's the
Who
thing.
is
My
putting
husband,
electricity in a shed?
when I kick my husband out, he's got to have electricity in the little shed.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He
Because he
just
does
sit
his
with the
wiggling.
That's
shovels
not a
and
shed then. That's a guest suite.
Okay, it's listen in his. Look,
That's
I'm
the
not
pool
rich,
house.
but we've got a
What
shed
you're
for his
describing is the
woodwork
pool house
and
house.
his electric saw that Allison's not listening to because I do have fucking mental issues and certain noises like this mother effer outside my window jackhammering his garage, no, his driveway. You have to have a permit to tear up your driveway. And he didn't have a permit. I checked. And he was outside my
How were you able to check?
did I not make videos of this, Tyler?
I think
With
so.
the guy jackhammering in the background.
Are
Oh,
you
yes,
asking
yeah, yeah.
Tyler something about your life? You know he doesn't pay attention.
That's true. Why am I
No,
asking?
I pay attention.
This guy is outside my window, my bedroom window, and my office window, jackhammering the holy. He's pounding town. He's pounding this like it's prom night with this jackhammer on his drive. I can show you pictures right now. It's still in disarray.
It's actually getting quite hot. Do I need
It's
to like
so
change?
fucking
Is this more like a-
loud. The windows are shaking. Okay. He starts this shit at 5:30 at night and goes until 9:30 when it's dark. Okay. He doesn't do it in the middle of the day like people with permits do. He does it when he gets off work with his jackhammer and bugs the shit out of me, everyone else. I got Cloud, my grandson over here. He can't go to sleep because his little bed is next to my bed, next to the window. Okay, I got an issue. Then we have the above ground pool situation. Okay.
So it is a pool house.
It is a pool house. Got
yeah.
you.
They've got an above ground pool with a deck around it.
Wait,
and
I just
they-
imagine it's like a kiddie pool.
I've never heard of an above ground pool having a pool house though. I just thought
It's not a pool house, it's a deck.
Yeah.
I don't have the pool. They have the pool.
No, I know.
Oh,
But
I see,
the
I see.
water is so nasty. Swamp Thing is about to come flying out of this with God knows what else. There's mosquitoes and all kinds of stuff flying out of this. They drain the fucking thing and it went into my backyard. And it's supposed to go into the drain. The you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Well, see,
it's
the inherent
disgusting.
difference here is that is affecting you and your property and is also not at a time that people are normally doing the stuff. Right?
That's my defense. And I'm not done. Hold on. At the beginning of the summer, they thought it was okay. They thought it was okay to have loud.
Sex?
I've never heard of Latino rap. Have you ever heard Latino rap?
Yeah.
I've never heard it before. It's very loud and bassy.
Mhm.
They thought it was okay
It
to
is
blare
bassy.
that at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the week. Okay. And I had to call my local law enforcement because I have to get up and it's right. Everything is right outside my fucking bedroom window. Their pool, the freaking driveway, everything. And they know me. They know me. The Bartlett Police Department know me. But it's funny. I make them laugh when I call. I make it worth their time. I charm the shit out of them. But it is eerily quiet. It's been eerily quiet for the last 4 weeks next door since code enforcement came out and served them papers and said, you don't have a permit for this driveway. That pool is a nuisance and a health hazard. And you have so many days to fix this. And your neighbors are complaining. I'm pretty sure they were pointing at my house.
Your neighbors, only Allison S. Kelly over here.
Yeah, little.
She counts as multiple people.
The little girl in the window doing this that has a house camera. I have like cameras around my house. I have a camera. I shit you not, pointing right at their freaking driveway, right at the rubble, all of it. Not kidding. But see, you've got people bitching about people who have permits and are allowed to be there. I have neighbors that
in the middle of the day
have children that are I've almost killed their children because they don't look what they're doing in the freaking cold.
I thought you meant as like collateral or something.
Well, look, the mailman has almost hit them. Amazon, they don't look what they're doing with the bikes. They just toss their bikes in my yard. My husband will go outside and pick it up and throw it in their yard. Right now, there's two sitting in the rubble. But, I mean, they will knock on the door and ask to play with my cats. They're harassing my neighbor who's got a dog that loses his shit every time somebody knocks on the door. So now they're running back and forth in my neighbor's yard, driving the dog nuts. And I'm thinking, Beth, well, her name's Beth. I'm like, Beth, I think maybe they think it's you. But they go to everybody's house asking, can I play with your pets? Can I have something to eat? They got food, trust me. And then they're asking, can I swim in your pool? Bitch, you got a pool. You got a pool. They have a kiddie pool that they bought at Walmart sitting next to the big swamp.
Allison, I was literally going to joke that, like, I was imagining this whole time that it was a kiddie pool. So I'm so glad that, like, I had like a Google picture like up to share a screen.
Is Shed a pool house for a kiddie pool?
Yes.
What?
Okay.
I am so tempted to sneak back there like a ninja sniper and get a shot glass and get some of that water out of the pool and take it somewhere and have it analyzed and be like, is this life-threatening?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'll take your
clarification.
Neighbor. What?
Do you want to analyze to see if it's life-threatening in terms of the fact it's getting into your yard, or to see if it's going to complete the job?
Listen, I cannot answer. I'm pleading the fifth because this is documented evidence of this already. But I just want to know
this
when
podcast
I'm sitting
is
outside in October with my grandson on my little backswing and that big winter wind comes sliding into our face, if that bouncing off the top of that pool, if that, sludge, am I going to turn into the Hulk? Is it gamma radiation?
I have to say, complete side note that has nothing to do with this. Tyler looks like he's in the World Series of Poker with those sunglasses.
Really?
Yeah.
I got them down at a bachelor party in the Outer Banks, so they're a little southern.
So you did get them playing poker. Gotcha.
Yes, basically.
But yes, we've got ornery neighbors.
So I have the Kellys next door. Allison Kelly is next door.
Here's the thing. I will be nice and actually be like, Chris actually went out there when they were jackhammering before and asked, hey man, what's going on? What's going on with your driveway? And he was like, yeah, my lover. They refer to each other as lovers. Okay.
I like that. It's like the SNL sketch.
Yeah. My lover's ex-husband cracked the driveway with his truck. So I'm going to take care of this myself. And he was like, oh, okay. He was like, So you gonna do this every night from like 5 to dark? We're just trying to figure out because it's like really loud. It bounces off everything. He's like, yeah. All right, good talking to you. And he walked off and he was like,
I would have been like, I actually have a follow-up
Allison, I
question.
tried.
Can you
You
fucking
tried?
not? Can you
What'd you
not?
say? Beth, what'd you say?
I said I would have gone up with a follow-up question and been like, all right, follow up to that. Can you fucking not? Can you not?
Thank you. Sasha sent you out there.
See, okay, I'm being serious. The way I was in the mirror, I don't know if anybody else does this, the way I was in the mirror tonight, practicing for the day that I get to say shit to these people and go, let's review a few things, right? You decided to come over onto our property and harass people that were working for us but don't actually live here and were just doing what they were contracted to do. And on top of that, didn't even have the common courtesy to come up to us who were apparently around when this was going around and walk back over. Just because you're on vacation, the world does not stop. People still have jobs. You are going to a place where people live all year round, not just when you happen to be here. And on top of that, people have to get work done on their houses and on their garages in order for things to still be up to code. Also, fun fact, you're an interior designer who is probably used to making people feel fucking miserable if you are next door to somebody who lives and you're like literally working on the interior of a home. So where are you to come over here and just say this kind of shit? Like, fuck all the way off with that bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, if it's obviously a professional company coming in the middle of a work day. It's not freaking 5:30. Thank you, Lily. In the afternoon, my cat's even. This poor cat's cat tree is right outside the driveway. I mean, it is killing all of us. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's a world of difference between. I got people who I don't know where they lived before. Listen, I didn't live in the greatest place. See, I had freaking gunshots going off in my old town. It was called, I was diving under my coffee table with Finley. There was stuff going on. Okay. But I'm not like, look, just control your children at this point. I'm not getting in trouble for running your kid over. Okay.
I mean, go ahead, Beth.
Oh no, go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you run them over on a driveway that wasn't approved by the board, did the crime really happen? Is my question.
They need to worry about their kids falling and dying in that pit next door to me.
I thought you were about to say in the kiddie pool. I was like,
the
I
rubble.
don't think that can happen.
The children have toys in the rubble right now. They're playing like it's a construction site. There's wires and all kinds of shit coming out of it.
That is
I'm sending y'all a picture of this shit that I got to live with.
I need like a visual of this.
It's insane.
So Allison, I was going to shift gears here because
I'm getting high. I'm getting excited.
Positive to talk about, which we're not used to doing on this channel. So I thought it would be fun to check in with your positive story.
Oh yes, I have a positive story. Yeah, my therapist is making me do this thing right now where it's something I'm supposed to have been doing for a long time, but I've been doing it, but I haven't really been doing it. It's called turning every negative into a positive. Like
every negative?
Totally Mrs. Kravitzing out on my neighbors. It's probably saved their lives in a way, but no. I don't know if how many people know this, but last year I had a little bit of a scare with the C word. I had a little
CrossFit.
I had CrossFit party going on in my little boobies, and had to have one of my little friends removed, not my boob, but I have a little tumor in there to have it taken out, and I have an appointment coming up that had to be rescheduled, and it went from being this Friday to December. And I was like, you know what? These poor people, I'm not going to give them a hard time. I'm just going to be like, okay, it's cool. I get it. These ladies that have to schedule these appointments, I've been in the office, they take so much shit from people. I mean, people are so rude when you have to schedule, and it's not their fault. Okay. I mean, they're just scheduling the appointment. Okay. and people are really rude to him and going. And the girl kept apologizing to me, and I said, "Listen, I'm not worried about it. If I gotta wait till December to go to," I said, "whatever's going on in these itty bitty titties, it's still gonna be going on in these itty bitty titties in December. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm where I need to be, and don't sweat it. It's fine." Got off the phone. 15 minutes later, I get a call from the same woman. She said, "You know what? You were so nice to me and so kind and understanding. I can't remember the last time somebody talked to me like I was a human on the other end of this phone. I got something this Monday for you."
Oh, that's great.
And
I
that's
said, "You know,"
on good karma and treating people correctly. And if you were treated in a way that you would like, you were treating other people in the way that you want to be treated, you're more likely to want to give back to those people.
See, that's the life lesson that I've always learned. You know, I've always worked in customer service, you know, and got shit on by customers. I get yelled at about the dumbest stuff. So I always think to myself, even though I'm not treated the same way, I always try to think, you know, why is this waitress being such a shit to me? You know, what happened to her that she's got to be so rude? So, you know, I always try to be extra nice and crack a joke and make them laugh. And I'm able to break through and get through to them. And guess what? The service gets better.
Yeah.
You know, when I go, that's kind of what I do. It drives Chris nuts. But I kind of make it my mission to turn that frown upside down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means, but that's very unusual.
Unfortunately, that tactic didn't work for me last week.
Or this morning.
It doesn't always
Tyler.
work, Beth. That's it.
Well, I was gonna say, Allison, were you like secretly judging me this morning when I told you guys that I cursed out a telemarketer?
No, because
That was
listen,
fun.
there's certain circumstances. Look, a telemarketer could be a single mom with 3 kids and hates her job as much as you getting the call from her, and she probably didn't need it. But hey, she could be a total bitch, and you know she didn't
Wait,
have.
there is a difference between a telemarketer and a spam call, though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's a spam call. And it was
Okay, a
they
spam
called
call.
me twice, 9:00 a.m. and then 9:15 a.m. So
Yeah.
I called
You know
her right
what?
back.
You
What?
know what's weird? I got 2 calls today from Spectrum. I don't even have Spectrum, telling me that there was a power outage in Charlotte and they're still working on it and that they apologized. And then I got
awesome.
another call 2 hours later that said, "We're so sorry. We still haven't got stuff." Bitch, I live in New York. My area code is upstate New York. I've never had a Spectrum account outside of the state. I don't even currently have a Spectrum account. What are you on about?
I mean,
Probably
Sorry
just,
to the people
probably
of
just a
Charlotte,
scam.
though, who don't have internet right now.
Yeah, I hope they're.
I got a text from Regions Bank telling me that my checking account had been confiscated and all this stuff, and I'm sitting here going, "Really, dude? I don't even bank with you. I don't have an account with you. Like, what?" And
Well,
who would text
mine are
me?
always about like car insurance, and I'm like, I don't have a car.
The
So
car's extended warranty.
Do you know
yes,
what's fun to do?
exactly.
Do you know what's fun to do? I'm gonna be evil because none of these people watch this show. Sometimes.
Well, I don't know. We do get those spam comments.
Sometimes. Yeah, we get. I've just left them because they're funny. Sometimes, if a customer calls me and they're really effing rude, and I know I'm never going to hear from them again, I take that phone number and I signed it up for the raunchiest porn sites I can possibly find. People who fuck vegetables. I got your number in there. You're fully subscribed now. Because guess what? I got your email too. Yeah. I got your
I support
email and your phone number. I'll start out with the email, but you piss me off. The phone number.
That was some of my favorite stuff with like Clarence Thomas and such, was like the Gen Zers who said, "Fuck Clarence Thomas." And then literally 2 days later, after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, some Gen Z waitress stole his credit card information and bought a shit ton of sex stuff on it.
I love it.
It's so good.
Go get some Plan B stuff too.
Mhm.
Because when are they? Because
Seriously,
you know
you're in
that's
Texas,
coming.
might as well right now.
You know
Yeah,
they're
for real.
But you know, yeah. Because don't let this sweet and innocent face fool you. I'm an asshole.
Well, I'll say one thing I'm appreciative for, or some like good news. I had two friends come up for a concert. I can really hear myself right now. Oh, weird.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
so
me
I had
right
two
now?
friends- Yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking I'm turning my mic off all the time, and I'm not, apparently.
No. Let's see. But you can still
I
hear
don't
me,
hear
right?
any echo.
You
Continue.
can still hear
Continue.
us? Okay. But yeah, so I had two friends come up. So we saw Bleachers, and Bruce Springsteen made a surprise appearance last night, and it was so cool. Like the crowd went wild. And apparently, there's like a lot of drama with Ticketmaster today. Bruce Springsteen has like a new tour coming up, and Ticketmaster is trying this new thing where instead of scalpers raising the money, Ticketmaster is just going to do it themselves, like just based on like demand and stuff, and profit it back to the artist, which really means like Ticketmaster is just going to like bank like a shit ton of extra money. But so regular like shitty seats for a Bruce Springsteen concert, we're going for $5,000 on Ticketmaster. So I'm thankful that I got to see Bruce Springsteen for a $60 ticket at Radio City Music Hall, because I think that's probably a way better experience.
That's amazing.
It was so cool. What a legend. What like an American hero in like a good way. You know what I mean? It was very, very cool to see him perform live. And I've seen like so many concerts lately, and that's what I'm grateful for, is like I have like a newfound appreciation for like live music after COVID happened, because like that was
Live
just like
music
so
is
scary.
great.
Yeah.
Man, concerts are freaking awesome.
They're
My
worth every penny.
mother saw Bruce Springsteen in concert in 1985. I'll never forget, man, she and her little girlfriends are all about that Born in the USA album cover.
Yeah.
That ass. Woo!
Mhm.
But yeah, they were all about that life.
Yeah.
And they all went together, and yeah, she came. I was like 8. I think I remember her going to that, and it was like she just spent all week getting ready for that. Like, you know, like she was gonna get pulled up on the stage like a young Courtney Cox. No, you ain't. But everyone has a goal. Oh, Beth, I can't hear you, honey.
Well, at least I know now that when I switched the mic to the real mic, that was helpful. It was in internal speakers. That's the entire, or microphone the entire time. Okay. I was going to say.
Wow, your audio quality is really good, by the way.
Yeah, when I actually have a microphone versus the,
Yeah.
the mic from my computer. Yeah, it's
I'm
it's
just
quite
an audio snob, so I appreciate the.
Oh
the
yeah, of
quality.
course. I have manifested being like chosen at some kind of like performance, right? And I've done that now twice, and they were both drag performances, but they were big shows, like big productions, not just like at a drag bar or something. And one was in Montreal, and I got brought up on stage to lip sync randomly, and I did win, and I did get Red to Filth by Bianca Del Rio, and that worked out very, very well. I was supposed to win a drink at the bar, and I never got my free drink, and I'm still very upset by that today.
The hell, man.
No, but I you know,
Beth's
I was
getting
trying to
a
think
little
about it.
here.
I think the only like the last concert I went to, like concert, was the Betty Who Kesha concert
Yeah.
with Tyler last year. But I've
Yeah.
never really, besides like seeing classic rock groups like Steely Dan and like Josh Groban, that's like the only pop culture concert I've ever actually been to. I'm not like a big concert person, and I know that if he's still in the chat, Monster Cat Woo, Brandon Woo, is a huge concert person. He's got so many concerts coming up. Like he has like 3 days in a row in August. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
I'm more like a theater person.
Do you want to hear the concerts I've been to?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little rundown of the concerts that I've been to. And my finale concert is, I'll leave that one for last, but it's my first one. But 1980, I have years. Okay.
Oh
to go
shit,
on.
she's got years. Mine's
I got
just like
years, bitch.
6
I got
different
years,
of Josh Groban.
bitch. What did you say?
Yours on you, bitch.
I got years, bitch. 1989, Debbie Gibson Electric Youth Tour. Okay. Then I got, that was 1989. 1992.
I was 1 year old, by the way.
You know, you guys always got to do that to me, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care.
It's okay. I'm getting my
This-
comeuppance. My students
this
are
is
constantly
okay.
telling me
I'll
I
take
wasn't
it for
even
this.
fucking born when
Okay,
9/11
89
happened, and I'm like, fuck off.
89, the Debbie Gibson Electric Youth Tour. 1992, Bryan fucking Adams. Dude, that man is amazing live. I've seen him twice.
Damn.
Okay. I saw Bryan Adams. 94, Meatloaf, the Back into Hell tour. Went with my mom. That, I will say, that concert was great. I'm a closet Meatloaf fan. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't care. But sad when he showed up in Fight Club as bitch tits. I couldn't have been happier. But I love the man. But I saw him, and then in 1990. How can I skip this one? New Kids on the Block, the Step by Step tour.
Did you know New Kids on the Block had a lot of hits? Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer.
Yeah, I've heard that song. Okay. Yeah, I know that song. I know that song. I lived it.
LFO, baby, that's a throwback.
That is a throwback. But I saw New Kid. I can't believe I forgot that because I had no voice the next day, because here was New Kids on the Block. Here's little Allison up in the corner thinking Jordan Knight will know that she's throwing her virginity at him, but not so much. And see what else.
Those old, I'm not saying old in like a bad way. I'm saying old in like a I would love to be at like an 80s or 90s concert.
You have to
Just,
understand
like, the retro,
something.
like the fashion of it all and stuff was so cool.
I saw
No
Janet
phones.
Jackson Velvet Rope tour in 1998. Freaking NSYNC opened up for her before
Wow.
they were big. And
Speaking of throwing virginity,
yeah. There you go. Well, I had a 2-year-old. Mine had cobwebs. It was done. But
you're like,
that was
mine was non-existent.
I've seen the Foo Fighters twice. I've seen Bryan Adams twice. I got roped into the American Idol winter tour 2005.
Oh, I bet that was a good show. I would have loved to have seen that. That was before Catherine McPhee went like cuckoo crazy too.
Who
she
won
was-
that year?
I don't even know. I got the tickets through work, and it was terrible. John Mayer. I've seen John Mayer.
I hate John Mayer. I'm just
but that concert was really good though. I love live music. We have the Bill Street Music Festival here in Memphis the first weekend of May, and we've got people like everybody comes here, and it's insane. It's crazy. I literally cannot go anymore because it was Taylor Hicks. Rory, look at you.
Carrie Underwood.
Taylor Hicks was there. Carrie Underwood.
Imagine going to the American Idol tour just to see Taylor Hicks.
I'll be honest
I
with
saw him
you.
on Broadway in Greece. He was
That's
that
a
good.
different thing, because you
Yeah.
are not just seeing Taylor Hicks.
Taylor
That's
Hicks
true.
is so. Do you know Taylor Hicks is only a year older than me?
Yeah, I remember his whole story arc was, I started getting gray hair at the age of 18.
And have you seen pictures of him before his hair started going gray? Oh, hello. How are you?
Okay, don't say that, because he was like literally a 16-year-old.
Well, so was I.
That's a different thing.
Yeah,
like,
like
did
I'm
you see him
45
when he was
doing that to a
prepubescent?
16-year-old.
I was like, ew.
I mean, I've always thought Taylor Hicks was cute because I like
he
that
was
southern.
fine. And
gentleman
honestly, vocally, he was a fine artist as
Yeah.
well. It's just like when you have such like flashier people like Carrie Underwood or like Adam Lambert, who did not win.
Chris
or
Daughtry.
The runner-ups
Yeah.
always do better.
Chris Daughtry, who should have won.
Yeah, for real.
Although nowadays, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Chris Daughtry is like turned into probably like, I'm sure he's like a very disappointing person, like socially.
Mhm.
Like, you're probably like, I thought you were going to be someone who's like, yeah, equality, but like, I'm sure he's like a
Yeah.
disappointing person.
Yeah. I'm being corrected in the chat. Rory the Virgo says it was Taylor Hicks.
Rory, we just need to do a show about American Idol and have you on.
I would love to talk. Like I was very team David Archuleta, like when it was like the two Davids.
Yeah, because you're gay, Tyler. We get it.
Right.
Like
everybody
who is gay rooted for the David Archuleta.
I was really into American Idol the first couple of years, and then the bottom just kind of fell out.
Oh.
I love live music, and I guess and we'll get to American Idol, but let me just finish real quick because while it's on my mind, 'cause I'll forget. Damn it. Back then, you didn't get like you had music, and you had sometimes they'd put a concert on TV, but you didn't really get live music. Like you didn't have some would put out a live album or whatever, but you didn't get. There was something about being in a room with all these like hundreds and thousands of people that all share the same passion for this one or group or person or whatever, and you're so into it that you're all vibing on the same thing. You know, we didn't have iTunes. You didn't have that. You literally had to buy the whole damn tape, CD, record, whatever. You couldn't just purchase one song. Like knew
Napster
all
was
the
a
songs.
thing, and you could steal the music illegally.
Okay, but this was before they didn't have Napster in 90. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about American Idol days.
No. This is before American Idol. You know, American Idol was like the first. Listen, baby, I should be in prison for the shit I took from Napster. I should be bitched up on my 5th wife in prison for what I did with Napster. And I'm talking about early days of Napster where it took like 7 hours to download your favorite fucking song.
Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, gosh.
Do you guys remember when everyone just committed mass crimes and like we were fine with it? It was it was basically music's version of The Purge. It was great.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say there's plenty of that today too. So nothing has changed.
True. I have a question for Rory in the chat. Were you actually on American Idol?
You were on American Idol? What?
Or is this a joke? Because you know I can't. I'm gullible as fuck.
Yeah, we need more.
I need more context. What season? How far did you make it? I need to know these things. Also, I had no idea that you sang. This is incredible.
But so Allison, I can one up you on the being summoned up on stage thing. Because
I didn't finish my story, but you go ahead with yours, and then I'll tell mine.
My very first concert as a kid, my parents took us to see the Reba Christmas show in DC.
Shut all the way up. Please tell me you got up on stage with Reba.
I did.
This is
so she had Santa up on the stage. She was like, all right, we're gonna pick a few kids from the front up here now, and we had like really good seats, and so she picked like Morgan and I, and I did not want to go up there at all. You know how I am with like attention on me in person. I don't know. I don't like it. But
that does not fit here.
This narrative between
this narrative doesn't match that narrative, but okay.
So I was up on stage with Reba, and Santa read like Christmas stories to us. It was pretty cool.
That's incredible.
I think I told you guys before that I was on Primetime Live for Nickelodeon.
That too. I knew, and I'm still insanely jealous of. The only thing that I would be more jealous of is if you were in Legends of the Hidden Temple and had gone through the temple.
Yeah, like I beat the monkey stacking puzzle.
Rory has confirmed he was not actually a competitor, like a contestant on American Idol, but
it was Scotty McCreery's
go home trip.
McCreery's go home trip, and you know he's Scott McCreery now, according to.
And you know what? My parents were on Big Brother in the same kind of capacity when Stephen Moses was on. He was on they were interviewed as the hometown package part. If y'all go back and watch the episode where Stephen wins the comic book thing, and they do that's the episode where they go back to Stephen's hometown, and I did not make it on because I was working as a production assistant. But where they say like Stephen's principal and librarian, those are my parents.
Wow.
And I think all they say is like, go Steve, but they get like interviewed. And I was like,
dude,
that's so funny.
You know what? Let me tell you something. The Dixons have gotten closer to being on Big Brother than I ever have.
My parents have been on Big Brother, and I
The
haven't.
Dixons have been on. Thank you.
My
What
tweet
does
has
that
been on
say
Big Brother
about us?
twice.
What was
What?
that?
My tweet has been on Big Brother twice.
My tweet was on once. But
What did you
that's it.
say?
I think Big Brother blocked my Twitter.
I said hashtag Grodner sucks, and they put it on national television. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine if I'd done that? No, I said in Steve we trust, and it was one of the live HOH competitions when I think Johnny Mac had just made it back into the competition. It was it was a good time.
Well, I'm going to tell my concert finale story real quick.
Yes.
As some of you, I did not grow up in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm originally from Springfield, Missouri. I've been here in Memphis since 81. So in 80, I was still in Missouri. I was only 3 years old. Yeah, I was 3 in 1980. And I met Eddie Rabbit. You know who Eddie Rabbit is? I love a rainy night. Doesn't he sing that? No? Is that by Skaggs?
I couldn't tell you because I don't know who this is.
Eddie Rabbit
is the song like, yeah, I love a rainy night.
No, that's not it. What is Eddie Rabbit? God, I'm fucking up my own story. Hold on. Eddie Rabbit sings. Hold on.
For context, I was living in 2 different places in 1980.
You were in your dad's nuts in 1980.
Well,
what are you talking
part
about?
of me was in my dad's nuts, and the other part of me
It is
was in
a
my
little
mom's
rainy
ovary. So I was living in 2 different places.
I love a rainy night, and I'm driving my life away. Living for another day. That's one of my favorite songs. Anyway,
I know that one. Yeah.
We met Eddie Rabbit, and apparently little 3-year-old Allison danced for him and sang for him, and he thought it was so amazing. And I was so excited about how excited he was. And that was the moment that God shined his light, little spotlight on little Allison. And that was the moment a star was born, because I was like, I'm going to entertain people. And it all started with Eddie Rabbit. Now, I don't exactly know the whole circumstances. I know there was a concert, and I know I was brought on stage to dance, but I was so little. I had these earphones on that were so freaking big, because this wasn't like a big like a stadium this was something else. And that's what he was in town for. I don't know how we met him. They were out somewhere when it happened, when he was in town. Got me on the stage, and I danced, and I had a blast. And the crowd, I was not afraid to get in front of these people and do my love or whatever the fuck song was
I was
playing.
going to suggest that we invite Eddie Rabbit on, and that we can do like a reunion. And then I realized when I just looked him up that he died in 1998. So that's a little hard to do.
That's why it's kind of a funny story. Anytime I find something with Eddie Rabbit, I go nuts. Like I was in a thrift store last year, and I had an album cover of Eddie Rabbit holding a rabbit, and it was me holding Eddie Rabbit with a picture of a rabbit, and I thought it was the greatest thing. Anyway, everybody has their origin story, and that is mine.
What would you say is like your favorite concert that you've been to, Allison?
Oh, Jesus. Without my hormones involved?
Or with, whatever.
Man, I'm going to say it's a hard, the Foo Fighters and Bryan Adams, man. I'll tell you, the greatest story is in, I think it was 2000. I used to go to the Bill Street Music Festival a lot. I don't go a lot anymore. I'm 4'11". It's not fun. I'm in my 40s. I can't fucking see over anybody. Okay. I always get shoved up to the front, but people step on me. Okay. And it's terrible. Like I can't see shit. I'm a child in a crowd of people. I can't see nothing. Okay, that's why I don't like going to some of these things. You guys stand up. But I got in luck. It was I think it was May of 2000. Foo Fighters, Bryan Adams playing the same night. One right after the. Of course, they're across freaking. They're not even close to each other. I watched Bryan Adams play first. He was done. I V-line my little ass all the way over to Foo Fighters. Man, I got to tell you. Foo Fighters and Bryan Adams are too close. They're so close because these are real musicians. These are people who write this shit. They put their life into it. They're not manufactured and spit out. They really come from a different era.
Yeah, totally.
But if I had to pick, the most fun I ever had was going to see Bryan Adams in '92 with my brother. He was 20, I was 15, and man, he and I bond over some freaking. We both love music, so that was like our thing. But anyway, I would have to say Bryan Adams. If you don't know who Bryan Adams is, he sings "The Summer of '69," a bunch of other songs. He's really underrated. He did. You ought to look up his Unplugged. MTV Unplugged from like 1993 in the early 90s.
They still did those.
He does. This is another thing. I love acoustic versions of music. Like, man, when Nirvana did it and Bryan Adams did it, even freaking Mariah Carey. I mean, Bruce Springsteen did, I think, an Unplugged at one point, but you get the raw broken down, the guitar, the drums, all of it. I'm begging Chris right now to get me drum lessons for Christmas because I want to learn how to play the drums. I'm an professional air drummer.
Cool.
When In the Air Tonight comes on and that freaking drum solo comes on, dude, I don't care what. I was at a party once. In mid-conversation, a life lesson. I'm telling you what life is about. In the Air Tonight was playing in the background. I said, hold on a second. Okay, let me finish what I'm saying. Everyone in the group died. They're like, did you just stop this life lesson to air drum Phil Collins In the Air Tonight? I go, yes. Because
Elson, you know that my dad gives drum lessons, right?
Well, if there's a way to do it over the Skype.
He can do virtual drum lessons.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Like, how would that even work?
Well, you would get your own like drum pad and he'd get you like in sticks and such, and then he'd teach you the basics of like how you do, how do you hit the drum, because a lot of people think that you just hit the drum. No, you don't. Like there's a specific technique, and then once you learn how to it's because your wrists have to be like super like loose, but you have to have control over them at the same time. And then most people, their dominant hand is going to show off, and their weaker hand is not. So you got to get them somewhat equal. And so once you learn all that kind of stuff, then he can teach you how to incorporate it into a drum set.
Well, listen, we're going to talk about this after. I'm serious because
just saying.
John
Dixon my dad has students who, first of all, he has 2 students who have made it pretty big in the drumming world. One student who lives in Nashville and has been touring with like the Oak Ridge Boys and a few other people, and does a lot of studio work in Nashville. And then another one who is really well known within the drumming world. And it was really funny. We were down on vacation in Myrtle Beach back in 2017. We walked out on a whim. My dad, my brother, my sister-in-law, my friend, and I just walked into this music store. We were like, oh, there's a music store. Like, let's go in and see what they have. Like, because we're all musicians, it'd be fun. Literally walked in, and this guy is a signed drum head from Dave Northrup, which is my dad's student. And he goes right up to the owner and goes, Dave Northrup? And he goes, yeah. He comes in, he does like a thing, like this incredible like drum camp essentially for kids. Like every year, it's a lot of fun. He's a great guy. We've been friends for a while. We used to like do tours and such. And it was like, yeah, I literally taught him how to play drums. I was his teacher in middle school, high school, and continued to give him drum lessons afterwards, and are still very much in touch with him. So just like random shit like that. But yeah, he's like a really good drummer.
It's been a dream of mine forever, and I'll tell you, here's another origin story. Lenny Kravitz came out with Are You Gonna Go My Way when I was about 16 or 17, and I saw that female drummer, and I was like, fuck, here we go. There it is, right there. Women can do it too. And I was
You should check Allison. If you admire like a great female drummer, you should check out Haim. I went to their concert a few weeks ago, and they're like Haim, Haim. But they're just like their inspiration is like Joni Mitchell. It's like that type of music. But one of them can play it like I think all 3 of them can play the drums just like super well. But during the concert, they took like a 10-minute just like jam session with the drums back and forth, and it's like so much cooler that they're sisters too. So they have this like like family bond, like wavelength
Yeah.
type of thing going on. It's really cool.
Well, I have this is my deep things. I love music. I just love all, like, I'm an encyclopedia. There is a game that you can play where you pick the genre and it plays the first up to 5 seconds of a song, and you guess the song just from those 3 seconds. I have to get my husband in here. We spent one Friday night for over an hour doing 80s songs.
That's cool.
Out of 100, I think I got 3 wrong. And I was only doing maybe 2 to 3 seconds of the beginning of a song. And Chris started just firing away with them. And I guessed, and he's like, "Can you see this?" I said, "No, man. When I tell people I'm full of useless knowledge and information, they're blown away when it comes out, because they never know what I know, because I hold my cards close to my chest."
I love
All I
that.
know is Jeff Probst used to host that Rock and Roll Jeopardy before Survivor. Man, I wanted on that show so bad. But anyway.
Well, Jeopardy, they officially announced Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik as the two
that.
hosts from here on out permanently. For
How's
Jeopardy.
that going to work?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm sure it's like every other day or every other week or something like that.
because don't they film like 4 shows, like a week worth of shows
That's
in one
why I
day?
think it's going to be like,
Yeah.
okay, this is Mayim's week, and it's like the full week worth of shows, and then here's Ken's week or whatever. I don't know, but it'll be interesting. Well, I'm like this in terms of encyclopedia knowledge and all that kind of stuff. With not so much with live music, but with musicals and theater and that kind of thing. And I was going through. I have 2 official playbill binders that are full of programs that I've seen, and then I've also have some programs that are like from shows I haven't seen that other people just gave me their playbills for. And I was looking at it, I was like, I need to get another binder. And then Tyler and I went and saw a show last week, and he showed me his ranking of live shows he's seen on Broadway in like his tier
Made a
list.
tier list.
Yeah, your tier list. And now I'm like, now I want to do that, but it's going to
Should.
take me so long to get all the little pictures and stuff because I've seen so much. But speaking, Tyler, do you want to tell the group what we did last week and what we didn't do, and then
The
what
2 of you, because I'm still here in Memphis. Yeah.
Well,
tell us.
the patrons are working on getting you up here. Don't you worry.
That's right.
But oh god. So Beth and I, so company is closing, and I was thinking, I'm a Broadway casual, right? Like I don't have like a whole binder or anything, but like a lot of my friends in high school in particular were theater people, so I've seen a lot of shows. I did theater in high school and college and stuff, but like I don't know. Like it was always just like a hobby to me and like a way to like make cool friends.
Yeah.
So we like once they announced that company was closing, I was like, man, this is like, what if this is like the last opportunity for me to see Patti LuPone perform?
Right.
Like you just never know. And like legends like
And
that
side
are
note,
not
Company is like one of my all-time, if not my all-time favorite musical, and I'd already seen it twice, but I was dying to see it before the run ends on July 31st, by the way.
Yeah. So I was like texting Beth being like, man, like I would love to see Patti LuPone like before this is done. And she's like, let's go see Company. It's closing. And I was like, okay, cool. So we spent like, are you okay with saying $1 amount?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Okay. So we spent $150 each to have like pretty decent seats to see.
Well, you want to
Company
see it. I can
2
relate.
weeks before it closes, like so we were like locked in, like we bought the tickets. She said, like Beth sent a screenshot of the tickets in the chat, so we had it. We were good. So that day comes around. Beth and I both totally forgot that we had tickets to see it, and I was up like late at night, like just like thinking about the day, like I always am, and I was like, I wonder when I'm seeing Company with Beth. Like that has to be coming up soon, I think. But I was like, I'll check in the morning. Like I'll look at the calendar, whatever. And then so Beth texted me the next morning, and she was like, wait.
No, I texted at 12:05 a.m. We had tickets on Tuesday, July 19th. I am now texting at 12:05 a.m., 5 minutes after midnight on Wednesday the 20th. So 5 minutes prior, it was the date. And I said, did we forget to go to company tonight?
So we were like,
he
oh
said,
my god.
I think. And then I sent the tickets again. And I went, yeah, it says Tuesday, July 19th. So we
Oops.
fully spent all that money and both just completely forgot about going to the musical.
See, if I spend $50 on something, my asshole is so tight, I'm not going to forget.
Yeah.
150? Holy shit.
Yeah. So so at this point, like there's only like 2 weeks left of the production, right? So we were like,
And we have busy schedules.
Did you do it again?
we did. We
How
spent
the
like another
what?
we spent another 150 to go see Company. And
we
you know,
didn't miss it though. We actually went to that one. What was nice about it is that we were texting at midnight about this, and I said, well, there's a 2:00 matinee show that we could both go to today. And he was like, let's do it. So literally 14 hours later, we went to the show. And as we sat down, I went, so you see those seats over there? That's where we should have been last night.
and then I just imagine like Patty LuPone, like last night, like looking out at the audience during her big number, seeing 2 empty seats, and she'd be like,
here's to
"Start
the
the show."
ladies who lunch, who the fuck's not here, right?
And to
Yeah.
Tyler and Beth, fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
So I texted my sister-in-law Vika, and I said, so funny story, my friend Tyler and I had bought tickets to see Company last night a week or two ago. Neither of us remembered. So we're at the show right now for the matinee after buying another set of tickets. And she just texted back, you were single-handedly keeping the show afloat. And I said, well, we're not doing a good job because it closes in 2 weeks.
What if you were the only 2 people? What if that was the only tickets that had been sold? Like maybe they sold 10 tickets, something, and she's performing to a group, and there's nobody there.
Oh man. I mean, that would have been, first of all, that's not happening. It just won all these Tony Awards, like all that kind of stuff. But secondly, for me, it was just so frustrating, mostly because I was like, well, that's money I'm never going to see again. But on top of that, I was like, I really wanted to see it for a third time because I saw it with Sam Moore from the RHAP community. He's Rob's assistant. I saw it with him in previews 2 days after Sondheim went and saw it. And then Sondheim passed away 4 days later. And so this is one of his musicals. It was the last thing he ever promoted on a show. He went on to Stephen Colbert show and literally was like, everybody go see Company when it opens. And then he passed away. And I was like, holy shit. So I saw it then. I saw it in the middle of the run with my cousin's girlfriend because she really wanted to see it. And I was like, I want the bookend. I want to see it at the end of its run. And all 3 times, there were so many differences in the show. So it really was like a unique experience each time. But I was like so upset. Then I called up Telecharge the next day. I was like, so my friend and I were unable to make it to the show last night. Is it possible for us to get a refund? They said, no, ticket sales are final. And it's like, okay. So then I called the theater and I went, my friend and I were unable to make it last night to the show. And if you look in your system, you'll see that the tickets were never scanned in. Is it possible to get a refund? And they were like, no, it would have been if you had contacted us before the show, but not 12 hours after the show was over.
We
Like,
forgot.
how insulting if you were honest with them and you were like, we just forgot to go see your show.
Well, I didn't mention that because I was
Can
waiting.
you give us our money back?
I was trying to come up with what's an excuse because I couldn't be like, my friend and I got COVID, but we're coming today. Oh, good times. But side note, not only did I get to see Company with Tyler on Wednesday, when Matthew was visiting on Saturday, we went and saw another Sondheim show that was so good, which was Into the Woods. And that was at the St. James. It was so
I've seen that movie.
good. I had such a good time.
I played Jack in Into the Woods.
You did? I was supposed to be the baker's wife, and we had 2 weeks of rehearsal, and they canceled the production.
You would make an excellent baker's wife, Beth.
Thank you.
1000%.
I wanted to make out with the prince.
And then you'll get stomped on.
And then die.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
So big.
No one would cast me in a musical. They would have to have no one left on earth to sing or entertain to cast
There's a
me.
role for everybody else.
No. When you go in for singing lessons after one time and the teacher tells your mom, you need to find a musical instrument for her to play, preferably one with her mouth. That's an issue.
They said this girl is good at blowing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. She should play the trumpet. And guess what? I got to play the trumpet in school, middle school and high school, because I couldn't sing. I still can't sing. I'm terrible. I'm the worst singer. But let me tell you something. They ever did some American Idol shower, or in the shower, or in the car, or in my house alone, man, I'd win. Hands down.
So what you're telling me is that we should do karaoke when you come up to visit eventually.
Honey, all I do is rap when I karaoke. I rap.
Okay.
I
What's
don't
your
sing.
go-to karaoke song? I have a whole note in my phone of karaoke songs.
Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
Okay.
I do that, and I might do a little Dr. Dre and a little Snoop. Depends on how I'm feeling.
I like it.
Things get a little crazy.
Sorry, Sora's like.
Yes, I'm sure I'm not a good singer. Oh, wow. Well, on that note, we bring this shit show to an end.
We just got some disturbing news.
We need we're going to wrap it up. And, happy birthday, Joseph Boza. Oh, no, it's not his birthday. When I sang happy birthday. Anyway, listen, when I sing, I go hard.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. I go into Christina Aguilera, Clarkson, Spears mode, and it's all done. But guys, listen, we're going to do more of these BS breakdowns. Don't worry.
Hell yeah. Since we didn't say hello to people, let's say goodbye to people in the chat and thank them for hanging out with us tonight. I'm scrolling all the way to the top. We have Matt Henning, Rory the Virgo, Monster Cat, we also know as Brandon, and still scrolling down.
Got Romero 329, which is Dominic. And
B-Bean.
Bean.
Sorry, Sophie Sharps for my Twitch channel. Yes, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Sorry if I missed you. But yes, this was fun. We're definitely going to have to do more of these, especially this season of Big Brother.
Yes. Exactly. It's a good mental release. And I love just chatting with y'all. So.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, everybody, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the live eviction. Yeah, we'll be back for that. But all right, everybody. Yeah, thanks. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.